This is Adlai Mestre, a guy who broke through the walls of a police interrogation room in an attempt to escape after detectives discovered he had murdered his own family.
Stop! Alright. Stop! Alright.
Put your hands.
Turn around. We're gonna die about it.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Mestre was picked up from his home after the police found the bodies of his dad, mom, and sister murdered in cold blood on their property. He was the only family member around when the police arrived, but that's not even what made him the prime suspect.
And when you say you had to, what did you have to do?
Unknown to Mestre, he had already begun to give clues to the cops about how the entire event went down, right from the moment they appeared at his doorstep. And now, they were about to use these clues to send him on a long journey in jail.
So I know you want to talk about all these ways and stuff, and I want to hear about those, okay? But I need to know, do you have any firearms? What kind of firearms? A Glock 19? Is that a 9mm? Okay. Did you have that today with you? Yeah. And was that the gun that you had on you when you saw these for the first time? Yes, sir.
On October 13, 2024, deputies with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to a quiet home on Young Road in Tijeras, New Mexico, after reports of fire shattered the calm. The shots had come from a building where 24-year-old Adlai Mestre lived with his parents and sister.
Bernalillo County 911, what is the address of the emergency?
Hi, I'm calling about 51 Young Road, Tijeras.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, so I live at 51 Young Road, and the property adjacent to me I also own, but I rent to a nice family that has been living there for some years. They come and help me with the chores around the ranch here, and none of those were done today. All 4 cars are in the driveway. We heard like several gunshots about an hour and a half ago.
This was the police's first introduction into what would later become a horrifying nightmare. For now, it seemed like any random 911 caller, only that this call soon took a much more disturbing turn.
And thought what we heard was kind of like a dog crying. Anyway, we heard about 5 or 6 gunshots, and then about 10 minutes later, a single gunshot. And I just went over there and just honked the horn multiple times. It's odd that the father who does the chores over at my property next door hasn't been over to do any of them today. And all 4 cars are there, so we're getting a little bit worried.
Unknowingly to this caller, he had just dropped the first clue that something had terribly wrong in his neighbor's apartment. Why was nobody picking up their calls? And most importantly, why would the father, who never missed a day's work, suddenly refuse to show up that morning? Something was definitely not right.
And I've called and texted each one of the family members. There are 3 adults, a father, the mother, and a son. And no one has responded to me, which is also odd.
How many people should be there?
There should be the father, the mother, adults, and an adult son who's in his 20s. Anyway, all 4 cars that they possess are still in the driveway. They haven't moved. And again, I went and honked the horn and nobody came out. And it's just odd that no one came over to my property next door to do any of the chores this morning.
When the police arrived, what they encountered was the bodies of 3 members of a family murdered in their own home. Raimundo Mestre, 46, Bertha Cunde, 51, and 17-year-old sister Brielle Mestre were a quiet family who enjoyed assisting their neighbors with chores before tragedy struck. When the police arrived, what they encountered in the house was not a fleeing suspect but a 24-year-old man standing in the open, stained with blood, while holding a gun. His name was Adlai Mestre. Before deputies could even begin asking questions, he volunteered the answer to the one they had not yet asked. Inside the home, blood trails, drag marks, and improvised weapons suggested a prolonged and brutal attack. The following is the live body cam footage.
Hello, Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
My family rushed me
Rushed you where?
in my room.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Come out here real quick then.
Yes, sir.
What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, do you have any weapons on you right now?
Yeah, I do.
Hold on, no, don't reach.
No, I do.
Go on, turn around.
Yes, sir.
You're just gonna tell me what's going on, okay?
So,
Give me a second.
My family was trying to walk into my room, and they're trying to hit my heart. And my dad had a knife, and my sister had a sledgehammer, and I And then
What?
I killed them. But however, I found their bodies and their wounds were healed. Do you want me to show you?
In a minute, okay?
At this point, the cops seemed to be confused, but they knew that there was more to this guy than was obvious. No one suddenly volunteers details of their crime, except they were mentally unstable or they were trying to cover a bigger, darker crime. Whichever it was only a matter of time before they'd find out.
Crazy. I don't know, like, I shot in the head, and then they're convulsing, they're biting their arms.
What's your parents' names?
Nancy, David,
What's your name?
Adlai.
Adlai?
Adlai.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, no, I'm honestly shook.
You're shook up?
Yeah. I got here. Oh, I was gonna put on my white. That shit was crazy. Is that normal? I don't fucking know what happened. It's like they were trying to hit my heart, and then they were banging on my door, and then fucking
You have blood on your hands, dude. What's up with that?
my dad rushed me. I hit him, and then my mom was like, "You need to die." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Turn around.
I've been trying to officer, but I tested negative for THC.
And just a short distance away, in a ravine behind the house, deputies found the bodies of his parents, placed face down as if an attempt had been made to hide what could not be undone. Even the family dog had been shot. In the hours that followed, Adlai Mestre would become the sole narrator of what happened inside that house. The following account is drawn from body camera interrogation recordings provided by the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office.
Like I said, my name's Cameron. I'm with the Sheriff's Office. Okay, so I'm one of the detectives that's out here. Just gonna come talk to you about what happened today, okay? But before we go anywhere, I just want to make sure I have your information correct.
Sure.
How do you say your name?
Adlai Mestre.
Adlai?
Adlai.
Adlai?
Yeah.
Okay, and how do you spell it?
Adlai.
And then David, and then
Mestre.
how do you spell your last name?
Mestre.
R-E?
R-E.
Okay, and your date of birth? And what's a good phone number for you?
505 358
358.
1799.
Okay. And is it, did you come with that phone? Did you have the phone on you when you... No? Okay. Where's that phone? Is it at your house? Where's your phone at?
At the house.
At the house? Okay. And do you live at that 55 Young? That's where you live?
Thanks, sir.
How long have you lived there?
2
2-3 years. Okay. And who lives there with you? Your family? Okay. All right. Are you originally from here? Yeah. Born and raised? Yeah, me too. Okay. So obviously, it seems like a lot went on today. So, I would like to ask you a few questions about what went down. So,
The first thing you notice at this point is how Adlai is giving his information accurately, like a normal person, indicating that he's capable of holding conversations logically. But the question is, why then was he acting off the hook when he was caught by the police? Was it some sort of strategy to get the cops off track? All we know is that when that phase fell off and he started responding normally, it did nothing to prepare us for the disturbing scenarios he was going to paint next.
first off, is English your first?
Around 9 p.m. we're like facing them. There's like seismic waves. So I was just aiming at cell towers, top of Big Bend, top of Seattle. And then I was hearing a lot of seismic waves and a lot of women were hurting. So then I helped the woman pull coins out of her vagina and then healed. And got a submarine. And next thing you know, the seismic waves would have stopped because they're only down for like 34 seconds. And next thing you know, the seismic wave wouldn't stop. My family starts convulsing. And then 9:30, convulsing, just lose consciousness, rushes me. And then around like 9:30, 10, my sister would show up, as I was told. And I'll talk about it. They're doing the illegal rapidness. And then if you look on the police cams and thermal imaging, on one of the dogs, they look rapidness. So there's like a major catastrophe.
That sounds like it. me just,
How many died?
what's that?
How many died?
How many?
Died today?
I don't know, I haven't been out there.
Can you write down?
Sure.
Yeah. Can I write some down?
Sure.
Alright, so continued knowledge. We're on like 8, 9. We're on like seismic. What's that?
SEISMIC.
SIC. Waves. 8:30. Well, 8:30 for can just lunchtime.
This was Adlai Mestre's first attempt to explain the night. It sounds like an answer, but it is not a response to the detective's question at all. Instead of grounding himself properly, he immediately launches into a fragmented story about crazy seismic waves and unnamed women in danger. And this is important because when suspects shift focus away from real people and toward grand, external events, it functions as a psychological shield. It allows them to talk without taking responsibility. That question is not of body count, not of confusion, but of exposure. He is asking for a body count in a situation where he is the only surviving person from the house. This is simply the language of someone trying to understand the scale of what he has already caused without saying it out loud.
Before we keep going, I just need to make sure you understand a few things, okay? Since why you're here, okay? So we brought you down to a police station, okay? I just want to make sure you understand your rights, okay? Have you ever had your Miranda rights told to you before?
No, sir.
Okay.
First time.
Okay, so basically what that means is every American has these rights, okay, as an American. So I want to make sure you understand that, okay, before we talk. Okay? So they go as you have the right to remain silent. What does that mean to you?
What are you saying?
So you have the right to remain silent. So what does that mean to you?
Well, honestly, today was like a major catastrophe. Okay.
So what does that right? You have the right to remain silent.
No.
That basically means that you don't have to talk to me. Okay? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. However, today was a major catastrophe.
And I want to talk to you, but I just got to go through these with you before
How
we
many
talk.
died today?
I don't know. I haven't been out there.
You hear about the seismic wave?
I've heard of them. Okay? I've heard a couple people talking. But let me get through these. Okay? So you have the right to remain silent. That means you don't have to talk to me. Okay? Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you know what that means? Adlai, you know what that means?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you? Well, anything we talk about today can be used in court. Do you know what that means?
I understand.
Okay. You have the right to have an attorney with you before and during any and all questioning. So what that means is you can have an attorney before we talk. Do you understand? Adlai,
You understand?
I do understand. That's what, but I want to make sure you understand. That you can
I
have
don't
an
believe we
attorney.
have the same understanding. You understand?
Okay, you can have an attorney before we talk. Okay, and at any time before questioning, you can talk to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if you can't afford to hire an attorney, if you don't have money for an attorney, one will be appointed by the state of New Mexico. So you'll get an
How
attorney.
about I represent myself?
That's something you'll have to determine down the road. Okay, but you'll at least have someone, at least an attorney appointed to you, whether or not you have money. Do you understand that?
Have I right to represent myself?
That's down the road, but that is something you'll have to ask the judge. Okay? But at some point, you'll have an attorney appointed to represent you. Okay? And then at any time, you can decide not to talk or answer any questions. Okay? Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay. So let's talk. I want to talk real quick about your family. Who lives at the house with you? Your mom? What's your mom's name? Let me just make sure I have that information. Mom, and then who else?
Sister.
Who's your sister? Bria? Bree?
BR.
Yeah. Okay, Bria. And then your dad. Who's your dad?
Bernalillo.
Raimundo?
Yeah.
David? Okay.
And
I just have to make sure I have some of this information, and I'll let you write it.
You mind if we keep those?
Yeah,
Not all of them?
No, there's going to be. I'm not going to touch them. I just have to make sure I have the information that I need for my report. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you want to talk about all these waves and stuff, and I want to hear about those. Okay. But I need to know. Do you have any firearms? What kind of firearms? A Glock 19? Is that a 9mm?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have that today with you? Yeah. And was that the gun that you had on you when you saw the deputies for the first time? Okay.
By now, the detective is deliberately pulling Adlai back into reality, step by step. Psychologically, he is capable of answering clearly when the topic is concrete, and this matters because it undermines any claim that he is completely detached from reality. He can track questions, he can give precise information. When the detective asks what happened inside the house with his mother, father, and sister, the interview crosses a line, and from here on, it is no longer about background, but about his raw actions, and once Adlai starts answering that question, there is no way back.
Now, tell me what happened inside the house with your mom and dad and sister.
Well, now I have my mom and sister previously working on the catastrophe. And next thing you know, I try to leave. And next thing you know, come over the lifestyle. And my family misconsciousness gets built. I had to.
And when you say you had to, what did you have to do?
Kill.
Okay, you had to kill them? Okay.
And
And
they lost consciousness, and I don't know what they do. They're raising, they're rising back. And like half an hour later, eating bodies.
they were eating bodies?
Grabbing the dogs. And then I had to shoot the dog too.
You had to shoot a dog?
And I was willing to leave everything. I was clean, but then I heard the police.
Yeah. So where was your dad when all this was happening, when you shot him? Was he in his room or living room?
There's used thermal imaging camera and you check it.
Well, I'm just asking what you know.
On 55-year road, 55-year road,
Yep, I've got it at the top. Where did you shoot your dad?
I shot my dad in the room.
In the living room? And did you shoot him? Where did you shoot him?
Well, at first I just hit him, and then I was like, we're going off with God. And then I killed him.
Where did you shoot him in the head? Did you shoot him in the chest?
I was shot.
What about your mom? Where did you shoot your mom at?
My mom was saying that you gotta kill me. I was like, fuck. When my dad said the same thing. And then I don't know what they got possessed or something. Keep a possession.
Possessed? Sure. So you shot your mom. Was she upstairs or downstairs?
She was walking down and talking crazy. I was like, I lost my father. And then my sister, same thing, just got scared. And I shot her through the wall. She raved, shot her through the head. Raved, and I just killed her.
And then where did you shoot your sister?
I was the only time I want to kill my mom, my dad, and my younger sister.
Younger? You have an older sister?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Does she not live with you?
I wasn't there.
Okay.
So around the time of my older sister, if y'all can see on the thermal imaging, make sure.
Okay.
I record.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
This is where things slowly start spiraling. The detective moves past relationships and zeroes in on what happened after the shootings because that is where the real intent shows up. And shockingly, Adlai answers without pause.
So, your sister, okay, so you said that your mom was walking down the stairs, your dad was shot in the living room. Where did you take them after you shot them?
Well, I buried them, so there's like a trail.
Okay.
And then I open the gate, take a right, and then I just went down the trail, and I put them all in the ravine.
And why did you put them in the ravine?
Because I lost consciousness, and you can take a picture. You may I write some down, bro?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I feel like you're tempering.
I'm not tampering with anything. I'll show you what I'm writing.
How about I write a note?
Okay?
Trail, open gate, went to the other. Went to the other. First, very routine. Position. Try to kill me. Try to kill me. Enunciating. To kill me. Lost consciousness. Next. Energy. Being corpses. Luckily. Nothing changed. Oh shoot, can you undo?
What do you do? Would you need to go back down or?
Oh shoot.
No, you can hit the. What are you trying to do?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, man. So, did you try to like clean up inside? Yeah.
I thought the whole world went crazy. So I was just going for it, and next thing you know, I just go.
Yeah.
Woke up. The one got murdered. Position. Lacking. Human beings. Satan, I don't even know.
Yeah.
So Satan.
So why were you trying to bury them?
Because I was
Okay.
Things are getting heated at this point because it means the bodies were not left where they fell. They were taken somewhere else. That alone tells investigators this did not end with gunfire. As the questions narrow, Adlai starts inserting very obvious gaps. He says he lost consciousness right at the moment he's supposed to take responsibility. It's hard not to notice the pattern. Whenever the narrative reaches decision-making, he disappears from it. But the actions he describes require sustained effort, moving multiple bodies, opening gates, choosing a location. The tone shifts when he asks to write instead of speak. This is an attempt to gain control of something he was never in control of. By this point, the interview is no longer about what happened, but about how much he is willing to admit before reality forces the rest into the open.
So today, and you're not in trouble if you did, okay? Today, did you take any type of drug or anything like that?
No.
Do you normally take anything other than like marijuana or anything?
But like for a past week or two, I've been once sobriety. I was like, sobriety.
So you've been sober?
Yes.
What were you usually on?
THC.
THC? So, okay. Did you take any type of meth, fentanyl, anything like that?
Definitely.
No? Okay. Have you ever been to the doctor at all for any type of mental health issues?
Well, yeah, I went to the Haven for, curse. People used to curse me, and I feel like my family cursed me.
Oh, really?
I keep like that down. I feel like my family tried to curse me.
And why do you say that?
I don't know, it's just, I always spend time with my family, and my voice changed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, so this is what's going to happen, okay? We have a few things we got to do today. It's going to be a little while. I got to go talk to my partner, try to figure out what all happened, and we got to figure this out, okay? If you need anything, just knock on the door or just say hello, and I'll come back and help you with whatever you need, okay? All right? Sounds good. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. What else would you like to talk about?
Review.
What's that?
Review. Well, you got family try to say.
Try to curse you.
Curse me.
Okay.
And try to curse me. Silent Williams, convulsions.
Yeah, you wrote that a bunch up there.
Active sounds.
Okay.
make sure to verify that.
Okay. Do you have cameras at the house?
We'll look at the thermal imaging.
Well, no, but you say that. Are they your cameras? No. Do you have cameras that your family had on the house at all?
Can we make sure right someone else got them?
Sure.
I just have an idea on the work cameras.
Okay.
Lost consciousness.
Please.
Here's my thermal imaging. Thermal imaging. For my house. For my house and around. From 8. 8. 4. 2. 3.
Okay.
For my house and around.
All right. And I'll come back in and talk with you here in a little bit more. So if there's anything else you want to add, I'll come back. I just got to go talk to my partners. We can try and figure out how we're going to go about tonight, okay? I'll be back in just a little bit.
May you please not alter?
I will not alter it. You'll get a copy of these. You'll get a copy when we're done, okay?
But once the detective steps out, the room changes. Adlai begins talking not to anyone present, but to voices only he seems to hear. He mutters, argues, and pleads, shifting blame and crafting a reality where he is both victim and hero. And what stands out is the intensity and the purpose behind the rambling. He is trying to rewrite the story before anyone else can.
I ain't no officer angel. Bloodline Jesus, no such thing. Jesus was not conceived. You know what y'all believe? Officer angels? Y'all believe there's bloodline Jesus. Fucking retarded. Officer Mestre, Admiral Mestre, matter of fact, Admiral Mestre.
In all of this, the clock continues ticking. Investigators know the bodies were discovered and physical evidence mapped out. Every muttered justification and plea is being measured against facts that will not move. The tension builds because this is the calm before confrontation, the point at which a suspect's mind runs ahead, spinning explanations that detectives will soon dismantle with evidence. What we see is a raw glimpse into a person who has committed something irreversible and is attempting through words alone to control a world that no longer belongs to him.
Officer Angel, Admiral Mestre, commands. If y'all monitor those cameras all night, if I get hit in the butthole for some shit I don't deserve.
As time goes by, Mestre's behavior spirals into full agitation. He moves constantly, leaning, bracing, and gesturing toward figures no one else can see, as if the walls themselves contain adversaries or allies.
Put him in the capsule, put him in the container. Admiral Big AD. Orders are orders. Admiral Big Baby AD, you have ultimate authority over him. Hey, if you're good, you got another one? What if we pull all of them? Because they're not even listening. You got the soul? Alright, calm down. If they gotta give me, they gonna let me go?
Left alone, Adlai's words speed up and his body follows. He shifts in his chair, gestures into empty space, and speaks as if someone is inches away from him, issuing commands, asking desperate questions, as though he knows that the return of the detectives will signal the beginning of the end for him.
Tell them to unlock the door. I can't. Admiral Mestre got authority over Admiral Big Baby AD.
Alone in custody, he did not remain passive. Surveillance and sheriff's office footage captured him punching and kicking a hole in the drywall of his holding cell, exploiting the structure's hollowness to briefly escape into the hallway. Deputies had to chase him down, ultimately recapturing him, but the incident revealed much more than a failed escape attempt. It highlighted the intensity of his physical agitation, the volatility of his emotions, and a mind untethered from the reality of the crime he had already committed. In the space of a few frantic moments, he moved from calculated violence to uncontrolled outburst, demonstrating both the threat he posed to those around him and the instability that would dominate his subsequent legal proceedings.
Angel, let me out. Thank you. Why did you just smack him? Thank you, Risho. Risho, open the door, please. Huh? No, can you just let me out? Look, we got him. Are they coming? Or are they just...
Alright, it's taken care of. Go ahead and sit down for me, okay? Alright. So, that's gross.
Sorry.
You should have told us, dude. We would have took you to the bathroom, bro. Alright. So here, what I need you to do, man, is just take a deep breath, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We got a lot to do, so just take a deep breath. Okay, you've been yelling a bunch. You doing okay?
May you please release me?
What's that?
May you please release me?
Release you where?
From this?
We can't, man. And we can't. So it's gonna be a little while. Just hang tight, okay? Please.
Are you gonna send more soldiers?
We have no soldiers here, man. We're all just cops.
Are you gonna send more soldiers?
He's not a soldier. He's a cop. He's a deputy.
Or am I gonna spend the night?
You're gonna spend the night probably in jail.
Nice.
Now, this wasn't in any way an acceptance of guilt. Adlai had a long documented history of psychosis, one that investigators would later argue shaped not just his behavior during the murders, but his perception of the world in the months and years leading up to them. In September 2024, he had been admitted to a hospital after experiencing severe auditory hallucinations. Compounding the danger, he had stopped taking prescribed medication against medical advice, believing he did not need it. Friends and family would later describe him as increasingly withdrawn and erratic in the months prior to the killings, alternating between long periods of isolation and moments of sudden, inexplicable agitation.
Okay? So we'll be back, but I just need you to simmer down a little bit, okay?
No, I have it's a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough day, man. You've had a rough day for sure.
Yeah.
So just take a deep breath for me, alright?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stop!
Alright.
Put your hands
We gonna
Turn
die.
around.
We gonna die about it.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Alright, you have him?
Let's put him back down.
I got him.
He kicked a hole through the fucking wall. Give us some cuffs real quick. Okay, he's gonna go sit in your car. Okay, we're gonna hold him here, and then just go get your stuff, and we're gonna take you to your car. Jesus Christ. Adlai, what are you doing, brother?
Y'all losing.
No, we don't lose.
Y'all okay?
Yeah, are you okay, bro? We're worried about you. Are you okay? Because I've been a cop a long time, brother, and that's never happened. Looks like you gotta add a charge. Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna die about it.
No, you're just gonna hang out, man. We're not here to hurt you.
No, it looks like I'm just gonna go convulse.
No, I think you're good, bro. You'll be fine. I think you just need to take a deep breath.
Christ Jesus. I'm gonna have a bunch of energy that on me.
Yeah?
I'll become powerful.
Well, let's not be powerful now, okay? I just need you to relax, okay? That's just relatable. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. We're gonna go sit you in a car, okay, brother?
Got him?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, just to be on the safe side, I need you to pull underneath.
If y'all try to do some shit in the car, continue.
So then your card should work to get underneath. So just go to the west side and park underneath. We'll meet you downstairs. Okay. What's that?
I'll go with Fred.
Yeah, you got it.
Now let me up.
No, you are not. Okay. You just need to hang out here.
Thank you, sir.
We're gonna put you in the back of the car. Okay. What you need to do is just face the wall. Okay. Do you want to go call Santa?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him right now. Like my phone up there too.
I have mine too. Dude, I don't
even have my wallet.
I don't even have my key card.
I got one.
Okay.
Hey, so he just kicked a hole through the wall and tried to escape on us, so we're dealing with that. Yeah, we got him in the basement and we're waiting on Alvarez to pull his unit up.
Hands up.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, there's a big giant hole in the wall. You may want to stop by Home Depot and get some plywood on your way. Yeah. It goes from the first interview room into the main hallway. Okay.
I'll have you lock them.
I'm waiting to hear back from the DA still.
Oh, they're locked. Cool.
So
All right, man.
we're not doing it yet. We're just going to sit in the car.
No, they're not. I thought they were. All right, watch your step. Take a step down.
Will do.
All right, good. All right, bro. You just need to relax, okay? It's gonna be a little while, but you just need to take
I'll go up and look for your phone real quick. Okay.
Adlai was eventually charged on counts of first-degree murder and animal cruelty. In April 2025, a judge found Mestre incompetent to stand trial, citing his severe mental illness and the influence it had on his ability to understand the charges against him or participate in his own defense. But by June of the same year, he was re-evaluated and found able to stand trial. He was eventually indicted on 5 counts including tampering with evidence, cruelty to animals for the death of the family dog, escape from custody, and criminal damage to property.